All right, people, what is good? This is I'm kind of speechless when it comes to the Super Bowl. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna give you a quick synopsis on everything that I watched today when it comes to this Super Bowl. First and foremost, before we get into this, I thank you for watching. If you made it to this video, I really appreciate it. Maybe you'll watch the rest of the stuff I do on this channel, but I'm not gonna get into that. Let's talk about the reaction of the Super Bowl. All right, first and foremost, Odell Beckham was on fire. Started out, playing really well, and he ended up going down with a knee injury. If he stayed in the game, this game would have been an absolute disaster for Cincinnati. I don't care what anybody say. OBJ was on fire. I will give him that. After that, it was pretty much somewhat of the defensive struggle. Matthew Stafford made a couple of boneheaded plays. Well, one of them really. The one when he tried to throw the touchdown to Jefferson, that interception was bad. The other one wasn't his fault. But Cincinnati capitalized and did very well to end up getting the lead in this game. So they did pretty good for the most part. I can't take nothing away from either team. I think they did pretty good. But one thing I did not like, and I'll talk about that in a second. Before I get to what I didn't like, I did like, for the most part, that they let them play for the most part. Coming back in at the after half, which I will say, which I don't really want to talk about that too much, but the halftime show was great. Great halftime show. Some people are saying that it's the best halftime show of all time. I'm not going to say that yet because we all in the moment. We caught in the moment right now. I will say it was a phenomenal halftime show. 5 days from now, we'll be like, okay, maybe it wasn't. Sorry about that. Some people will stand on saying that it was the best of all time because, some people don't like to backtrack and some people don't want to admit when they was in their feelings or whatever. But that's cool. But I feel that it was a good one. But after halftime, Jalen Ramsey, even though he did get burnt by Jamar Chase earlier, he got a bad deal with that touchdown at the halftime. My man, I don't know if it was Tyler Boyd or Higgins. I don't know. I think it was Boyd. Boyd face masked the crap out of him and pulled him down and got the touchdown. But it goes back to what I'm saying. I did like the fact that they let them play. I give them that. They let them play. Now, the game was pretty stagnant throughout the third quarter. Field goal was kicked. It was 16-20. All right, that was nothing really to talk about. It was a really bland game for the most part. Now, the fourth quarter comes. Now, this is the part I didn't like. Now, all of a sudden, penalties everywhere in the last 4 or 5 minutes of the game. Like, bro, what was this all the time? I think it was like up to 5 penalties up until that time. Now, I will say the penalties were warranted. There was a helmet to helmet. There was some pass interferences. But at the same time, early in that game, they didn't have these pass interference calls. Like I said, the Tyler Boyd play. There was a couple of other plays I was holding. So I was disappointed that the penalties were starting to get called. I did not like that. But nevertheless, I'm not saying they were bad penalties because those penalties, when you look at the tape, the ref saw exactly what they called. But at the end of the day, the Rams end up winning the Super Bowl. Aaron Donald, Von Miller in the second half, they started getting after Joe Burrow. They started getting after him. And I knew no matter what happened, if the Rams took the lead, I don't think Joe Burrow was going to be able to lead this team back. I didn't feel it. I didn't feel that was going to be the case. And he tried, but he had nowhere to go sometimes. I mean, Jesus Christ. Von Miller, Aaron Donald with the play at the end of the fourth quarter. He had 2 plays, actually. One play was when he pulled Piron back on that fourth down. 2 plays in a row, he did very well. Pulled Piron back on that 3rd and 1. That was strength. He had to wrap around Piron and pull him back while getting blocked by another person. You talk about somebody with strength, that is ridiculous. And then the fumble, well, I ain't gonna say the fumble, but the sack that made Joe Burrow throw the ball on 4th down, sealed the game. Also play made by Aaron Donald. Von Miller, that guy number 50, Jones, those guys played pretty well. It sucks for 2 people. on the Rams, and it sucks for two people on the Bengals. One, it sucks for OBJ because he got hurt. Two, it sucks for Jalen Ramsey because he got, he had a raw deal on some of these plays. Three, Joe Burrow, he played his heart out. He really did. It sucks for him. And the fourth person, that linebacker, I can't remember his name, number 55 for the Bengals. That dude played his heart out. Because I don't know the Bengals roster like that. So he played his heart out and they end up losing. That really sucks. I mean, when you give it your all and come up short, that sucks. Now, person who I don't care for, I'm glad that they didn't win, was that goddamn Ricardo Allen, former Falcon, that plays for the Bengals. Now, I ain't got no ill will towards him, but I just don't like that. I did not want to see a Falcon win the Super Bowl, under these circumstances, personally. Now, maybe there are some other Falcons on the team, but Ricardo Allen's the one that stood out. Now, going forward, the Rams took all these first-round picks. They did all this stuff to get to this point. I don't think they have a first-round pick till like 2027 or something like that. But is it worth it? As a Falcons fan who suffered with 28-3, hell yeah, it was worth it. It was worth it because hell, if my team would have done it, I don't care if I know I'm gonna win a Super Bowl down the road by giving up all those picks, I would have done it. So going forward, I think the Rams are gonna be in somewhat of a turmoil. I don't know as far as their talent and salary cap. Maybe they'll keep everybody together, but it's really hard to repeat and it's very hard to be in the running every year. So I don't know what's gonna happen with the Rams, but shout out to Matthew Stafford. He finally gets him a Super Bowl, leaving the Detroit Lions. My God. Man, talk about a poverty franchise. Hey, who am I to talk? I'm a Falcons fan. But nevertheless, what happens with the Bengals? I think the Bengals are going to be fine. You got to understand, Jamar Chase is a rookie. Joe Burrow had a torn ACL, but this is his second year. Those guys can get more pieces probably on defense, get them a better offensive line, and they'll be right up there with the Chiefs, the Titans, the Ravens, the Bills. The AFC is stacked, but they're one of the reasons why they're stacked. So it's going to be cool to see what happens with these teams going forward. Congratulations to the LA Rams. They won the Super Bowl. That's pretty dope. Congratulations to the Cincinnati Bengals. That's right, baby. Congratulations to the Cincinnati Bengals. But the Bengals made it this far. You gotta understand, the Bengals ain't been relevant forever, and they haven't won a playoff game since like 1990. So to get this far as an accomplishment, they were so close to winning the Super Bowl, and I know that sucks. Trust me, I know. Trust me, I know. But I'm out of here, man. If you want to check out the rest of my content, check out the rest of everything on the channel. Hopefully you guys will check it out. I talk about Georgia Southern and Atlanta Falcons football, but I want to talk about this Super Bowl. I thought everything was cool. One thing I will say before I leave, man, look, these commercials was trash. I don't care what y'all say. The commercials were trash. I'm out of here. Y'all take it easy. Y'all be blessed. Peace.